What's up, crew? It's Ethan Tomlinson, and in this video I'm going to go over Ethereum and my thoughts on it, and I'm also going to be talking about why you should consider investing in it. When most people think of cryptocurrency, they usually think of like illegal markets or scams, but a lot has changed. The easiest way to describe Ethereum is just by calling it a cryptocurrency. But what is a cryptocurrency? Just kidding. Cryptocurrency is basically a digital currency in which they use encryption techniques to regulate the generations of units of that currency, and they verify the transfer of those funds. Or in other words, fancy calculated money. Ethereum is only one of the many cryptocurrencies out there. There's also Bitcoin, there's Dogecoin, there's some new ones coming in. One of them starts with like a P, I think. I don't even remember the name. It's pretty new. But what really interests me in Ethereum specifically is not only that it's like the second most popular along with Bitcoin, but it's still kind of young and honestly in an early stage and has a lot of potential to grow. What also makes this cryptocurrency so intriguing is the way it functions. It allows you to send and receive money globally without any third-party interference. Ethereum aims to give users more control over their finances and online data. The reason this is so important is because you wouldn't need to store data or transfer mortgages or involve all sorts of paperwork that you'd have to do otherwise. You wouldn't have to keep track of another business being involved in your business. This all works because Ethereum's a really smart crypto. What I mean by that is basically all of the code is in the money when you're transferring, so it's kind of like smart contracts. And it basically removes all these tiny little details you need in order to make a bigger purchase, or any purchase at all, really. The idea is to have these apps and websites and markets that nobody owns in particular, and stuff can be bought and sold off these markets with this currency. Imagine a world where you find a used car you want to buy on this type of market, and instead of both people having to go through all the legal disputes like address proof, application of insurance, photo ID, RTOs, all you really need to do is say, take my money, and then the car is yours. And all of the little details of those things are in the code, so that way you don't have to have all this paperwork and other stuff that takes time to do. Because the power of coding is really cool, actually. It is mind-boggling what computers can do. Another reason why I really like this is because in 50 to 100 years, I believe that a ton of stuff is going to be accepted using Ethereum, and the longer you wait to invest, the less of it you're going to be able to acquire. You could take the risk of putting $500 into it today, which could get you a little bit less than one half in Ethereum. But in the future, when a kid like me, who's 50 years old, has that 4/10 of a share, that share could potentially be over $10,000, to be honest. But in that term, it wouldn't even matter, because if I wanted to buy something, I could just use my Ethereum. Maybe I could find something on a market that said 0.03 Ethereum, and I have a whole entire 0.4, so I've got plenty to spare. And all it costed me was $500 40 years ago. Even besides this, you can get interest on your cryptocurrencies through apps like BlockFi or Coinbase. I do not recommend buying cryptocurrency on Robinhood. Yes, Robinhood's a really good broker for you to get started investing and deal with kind of just regular old stocks. But as far as cryptocurrencies go, I would recommend using another app, because when you buy crypto on Robinhood, for one, they hide the fees of buying and selling crypto in it. So really, it may seem like there's no fees, because there is no fees for like stocks. Like if you were to go buy some of the S&P 500, there's no fee for you to do that. Both cryptos, they kind of hide it in there. Plus, with Robinhood, they don't actually give you the cryptocurrency. They just say you own this much shares, and they're promising that they can sell that much when you want to sell it. You can't take your cryptocurrency off because you don't own it, and you can't put it on some sort of drive that protects it. By the way, I'm not sponsored by anyone, so I don't know. But yeah, if you want to go buy some Apple stock, go look at the link in the description and I'll get you set up. Me and you both a free stock. Not necessarily of Apple, just a free stock. And then you can invest in Apple. Anyways, back to Ethereum and third-party interference. Ethereum would change the way apps work. You wouldn't have the problem of any companies preventing a user from any action at all. The smart code would allow you to buy or post anything without interference. You wouldn't have to pay fees to companies either, which is a huge thing for certain jobs. For example, if you bought a house from someone and you're using Ethereum on that type of market, all that money goes to them and you would own the house. No real estate agent or bank would really have to get involved. And you wouldn't have even ever had to actually see this person with your own eyes. Same thing goes with delivery services. If people chose to deliver food on some sort of app where Ethereum is used, an order would be placed and filled by someone who would then do their job as normally. And instead of having to pay a little bit of what they make to the company they're working for, they could just keep the profit. Even online stores can function this way. On eBay, when you sell from your store, you have to pay anywhere from 2 to 12% of what you make back to eBay. But with an app that's unowned by anyone, or a free market where you can list anything that's legal and you keep what you make, kind of sounds like the next step in our civilization, to be honest. I don't know about you. The Earth would become more of one civilization in terms of currency. This would remove all the complications for transferring US dollars into yen or euros or pesos or anything like that. And the big idea behind all of this is user control. No middlemen, just smart contracts that execute rules automatically. Ethereum uses a blockchain, which is basically something that decentralizes the network so that way there's no like owner or not just one person or business that everyone is doing everything under. Its goal is to really make all applications more accessible to your average Joe, from social media networks to even the most complicated of financial agreements. For all of these reasons, I'd invest in this cryptocurrency not even to sell in the future, but just to have, because I think a lot of people are going to be using it to exchange goods and services. But I hope you'd enjoyed and had maybe a change of thought on this if you were really skeptical about it before. If you want more cryptocurrencies covered, then leave a like and give me a comment below because that'll let me know. I'm likely to go over Bitcoin in the future, so consider subscribing and hitting your notification bell so you know when I post, because some of this stuff is current. But I hope your day's been really good, and I mean, it's nighttime right now. But I hope I provided you with some good information to ponder these next few days. And as always, thanks for watching.